Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nithyananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters, India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment. He is the 293rd Pontiff of the world's most ancient Hindu organization, Madurai Adinam.
Nithyanandaya swagatam, anandanubhavaswadam, sarvaroga nivarakam, vande papa vinashaktam. Nithyanandaya swagatam, nityamuktam nirvikalpam, dhyanaloka pradipakam, vande shantamayam bandham. Nithyanandaya swagatam, anandagandha sancharam, sarvopadhi vinirmuktam.
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् ज्ञानसम्बन्धाचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Today's subject: you are beyond suffering. Understand, when I say you are nothing but suffering, when I say you are beyond suffering, Both are truth. If you identify yourself as you understand, you are nothing but suffering. If you identify yourself as I understand you, you are beyond suffering. But between these two is the problem. Today I was explaining the important process. Consciousness is lighter than anything in the nature. It is lighter than the ether. So it always levitates, pulls you up. Matter, earth, pulls you down. Gravitation and levitation, both are constantly happening in your body, in your nervous system. The friction between the gravitation and levitation is thoughts. That friction is what is called thoughts. If that friction is felt in Mooladhara, too much gravity, so grass thoughts. If the friction is felt little higher, Swadhisthana, less thoughts. Even then, it is not subtle, grass level only. If the friction is felt in Manipuraga, you are little more pure, means less thoughts. The friction is felt in Anahata, little less thoughts. Where majority of the time the friction is felt in your system plays a major role in your mental setup. Basically, you are beyond suffering. Your nervous system may have any number of thoughts, any ways, any friction between this levitation and gravitation, but you are beyond suffering. You just need a simple common sense, which is most uncommon thing. And that's all, nothing else. Simple common sense to identify yourself with the truth. I am not even asking you should become enlightened, only then you can understand. No. How much you know, that much identify with it. It's like the levitation does not happen immediately in Sahasrara. No. It happens step by step. But unfortunately, we have too much greed. As I said the other day, you don't have so much suffering when you remember these billionaires. But you have too much suffering when you remember the people who are happy than you, because you think happiness is your birthright. It is your birthright if you work for it. Not just like that, because you are born and you have a body and you have a brain, does not mean the brain has to function. There are so many people whose brain doesn't function. They all live in the planet Earth. All you need is just simple common sense. I can tell you, the Upanishad declares Prajnanam Brahma. Intelligence is God. I can declare common sense is God. Simple common sense is God. I can tell you, simple common sense can alter even the way your body behaves. Whenever these people come with deep depression, when I see their energy, somehow that common sense is missing. Means a simple readiness to change your decisions and your ideas. Come on, be for life. Don't be stuck with a strong, useless laws. If somebody is not interested to be in your life, just give them a farewell, over, moment. And if something is not working out, just change your idea, over. Somehow when I say this, people come, oh, how can this be? Prajnanam Brahma. Common sense is God. When I say common sense, understand what I mean. Simply be light, be liquid to change. This is the way. Okay, what is there? Come on, be simple. Life, over. That's all. Be liquid. Just have simple common sense. You will just flow with it. You will just flow with it. Common sense is God. A simple, liquid, free-flowing type. This is the way now life is. What can be done? Let us be intelligent. Let us adopt. Let's live. But somehow people feel this is a too big achievement. No. Common sense is God. This is the first truth I want to tell you. The moment you understand common sense is God, you are beyond suffering. Whatever Patanjali want to tell in today's sutra, I reduce it to this one sutra. Common sense is God. That's a mantra. The today's sutra, the next sutra, second chapter, 17th sutra. Drishtar, drishtayoho, drishyayoho. Sorry. Drishta, drishyayoho, samyogaha, heya, hetuhu. Wow. Let me express what I feel with this sutra. The cause of suffering is because of the levitation and gravitation both happening in your system. Means chit and jata, the consciousness and matter, both pulling you this side and that side in your nervous system. See, there are two ways the TPS can come down. Either if the levitation comes down, gravitation becomes more, thoughts will come down. That's what is depression. Dead rock. Nothing else, just like a rock. But there is another one way. Gravitation coming down, more levitation, less thoughts per second. That's what is sattva, enlightenment. Understand? More gravitation, less levitation is tamas. Levitation and gravitation fighting on your nervous system, rajas, and more levitation, less gravitation is sattva. In both ends, less thoughts, but the right solution is the higher end, more levitation. Suffering happens because of this chit and jata is fighting with each other. The seer and seen are overlapping each other. The identification misidentification of the seer as seen and seen as the seer, chit as jata and jata as sit chit, that is responsible for all sufferings. That is why I say common sense is God. Just be clear what is seen and what is seer. What is seen and what is seer. Always decide for life. Don't decide for suffering. No. Just vote for life always. Vote for life. Choose life. Pick up life. Either you pick up life or lie. That is life. Even if you pick up pain, suffering, you are picking up something which is not going to be there. I tell you honestly, I am not interested in making you not to pick up pain. No. I am interested in you not picking up lies. Pain is lie. That when you pick up pain, you really pick up a lie. That is what it means. That is why I am saying don't pick up pain. And one more thing, when you pick up pain, you will go on giving pain to others. When you have a headache, when you say you have a headache, you mean you are going to give. That's what it means. When your mind says what it really means, find out. I can say, oh, my mind is trying to protect my status, my prestige. Fool. It is just putting you in suffering. There is no status or standard. I tell you, anything can be sacrificed for life. Means joyful life. Nothing for no reason you should sacrifice joyful life. This is a basic law. Basic law. That is what I mean, the difference between the seer and seen. Krishna says very beautifully, anything you sacrifice for me, you will have me and what you sacrificed also. For anything you sacrifice me, not only you will not have me, you will not have that also. I can tell you, I also repeat the same word. Whoever has sacrificed me for anything, not only they will not have me, they will not have that also. Whoever has sacrificed anything for me, not only they will have me, they will have that also. That's all. It's a truth. It's ultimate truth. Anything you sacrifice for life. I just did not even bother about this prestige and all this foolish nonsense. And life is there. So beautiful. A strong, clear understanding about life. Just simple common sense. So when your mind says it is protecting you, it means it is putting you in suffering. That is what it means. Understand this one word, this Patanjali's one word, Heya Hetuhu, which can be avoided, is caused by the samyoga, overlapping of the seen and seer. Chit and jata, levitation and gravitation. The space you carry inside you, when it is covered by time, it is gravitation. The time which is there in you, if it is covered by space, it is levitation. That's all. If the time overtakes, it is gravitation. If the space overtakes, it is levitation. That is why I say, a small, slight loose or reduction in the gravitation is going to cause a huge change in the psychological system of human beings, the nervous system of human beings. And the levitation will become more possible. The consciousness will become more alive. The chit is more shining. Choosing the pain can be stopped by itself. As I was explaining today in the sessions, the astronauts, Tibetans, both are in a space where the gravity is little less. But Tibetans are trained to be in less thought space. So they become enlightened. They celebrate less thought space. When you celebrate even moment of less thought space in you, cherish it, remember it, enjoy it, rejoice it, it will happen again and again in you. You will become enlightened. But if you feel heavy about less thoughts, oh, what happened? From morning I am so silent, nothing is happening. Hare, you are getting into silent peace. No, maybe I am depressed. I don't know why I am depressed. Now I know. 2 leaves in the tree has become dark and it is about to fall. You will find out a reason. Drashtra drishtayo. Drashtra drishyayo means when the seer is mistaken as the seen, or the seen is mistaken as the seer, starts suffering. How to be a seer without having the samyoga over the seen? Samyoga means overlapping, union, or feeling associated, feeling connected. How? Just be a seer without seeing, that's all. That is today's Mahavakya, process. Now sit without seeing anything inside. If you see anything, drop it. No, I can't. I want a space where I don't see anything. Negate, negate, negate. Anything seen is dangerous. So be in the space of seer, not seeing anything.
Nitya Kriya, restoring Hatha Yoga to the world. A series of healing yogic processes revealed by Paramahamsa Nithyananda to care and cure for diseases and disorders. Practice Nitya Kriya and awaken your Kundalini energy. To find out more, visit www.nityananda.org/nitya-kriyas.
Let's enter into today's subject. 8th verse in 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Sankhya Yoga.
Nahi prapashyami mamapanudhyat yachokamujjoshanamindriyanam avapya bhumavasapatnam riddham rajyam suranam api chadipatyam.
Even if I gain a thriving kingdom that has no rival on this earth, and even lordship over the gods, I surely do not see how that can destroy this deep anguish that is parching my sense organs. Wow. First time Arjuna is talking intelligently. Understand? The moment you surrender, the first thing happens to you. The moment you become disciple, you find the right problem. Understand? Till now, Arjuna was talking different problems. All are his engrams, not real problems. The moment he said, I am your disciple, he is talking about real problem. I think the power of the engram over Arjuna has mellowed down. Please understand. All these verses he uttered earlier. All these verses in that he was talking, oh, how can I kill my father? How can I kill my mother? How can I? Swajanam. And what will happen to the Pitrus? What will happen to the communities? What will happen to the Rajyam? What will happen to the society? What will happen to humanity? All kinds of engram-based ideas. The engrams which was put inside, he is talking out of that, talking about that. Please understand, till you are experiencing the sufferings because of engram, you will not find the original suffering. I tell you, original suffering is what is described very beautifully in some of the Christian saints' life as dark night of the soul. The first step is finding the right problem. Here, Arjuna finds right problem. He is not stuck with engram-based problems. He is coming to the true problem. As long as you are suffering with engram-based problems, you cannot catch the real problem. Understanding the real problem is what is described in Christian theology as dark night of the soul. See, there are some people, if they are in depression, I won't even care. Because it is not a real problem, it is an engram-based problem. If I care, they will realize, they will start building one more engram. Oh, if we suffer, Swamiji will give attention. It will become one more engram. No, I won't even bother. But there are some problem. Even if there is a small depression, I will directly attend. If the depression is due to real problem, what Arjuna is now going through, he is suddenly looking beyond. Even if I give this whole kingdom and Lord of the gods, Krishna, I don't see the anguish parching my sense organs. He realized the suffering has no reason. As long as you associate some reason for your suffering, you are misguided. You are running in the wrong direction. You have not diagnosed yourself properly. When you understand there is no reason for suffering, suffering is. Your existence is suffering. Your existence is suffering to express your existence to your existence. It is like You are suppressed inside you, and the suppressed you is trying its best to break free from that suppression and express itself to you. Suffering is not due to some reason. All your effort to find some reasons for suffering is only you yourself trying to miss the real life. When you start suffering and trying to identify some engrams, some reason for the suffering, if you did not find the reason you are blessed, then you will realize suffering has no reason. It has no reason. It has no reason. Your existence is suffering. The cosmic existence is suffering to express its existence through your existence. It's like a child trying to come out of mother's womb. The enlightenment is trying to come out of you. Pain is reasonless all over your existence, just like mother who is delivering, trying to diagnose her pain as a pain in the little finger, or pain in the back, or pain in the head, or pain in the feet. Any reason she discovers for her pain, any diagnosis she makes for her pain will be wrong diagnosis and misleading. Same way, any reason you find for your anguish, for your suffering, will be misleading. Because just like baby is trying to deliver itself, come out of you, the cosmos is trying to deliver itself through you. Till you let that happen, you are going to carry that anguish. That suffering is going to be there. If you try to find any reason for your suffering, you will take revenge on that reason. Taking revenge on the wrong reasons continuously is what I call punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam. Birth and death and birth and death and birth and death. If you wrongly identify your husband as a reason for your anguish, you will start taking revenge on him. If you find your boss as a reason for your suffering, again and again you will take birth to take revenge on him. If you find your relationships as a reason for your suffering, you will again and again take birth to take revenge on them. If you find human society as a reason for your suffering, you will again and again take birth and become a terrorist to take revenge on them. Incarnation is almost like a 10,000-year-old soul. The soul which has an intelligence of 10,000-year-old. Please understand. I'll call a soul as a soul when it has become an independent, awakening energy. like a Pratyagatma Chaitanya Jagrata. Now any incident happens in front of his life, he collects only the lesson from that. When your experiences become reality, emotions become reality, without you taking wrong cognizance and wrong actions due to the wrong cognizance, you are already having Pratyagatma Chaitanya Jagrata. The individual soul awakening, the inner awakening has happened. I can tell you, the whole Bhagavad Gita, Krishna does just this one job. Removing the idea somebody is responsible for Arjuna's suffering from Arjuna and making Arjuna take right cognizance, stopping him taking the wrong cognizance. You see, please understand, even blaming yourself is wrong cognizance. The whole Gita, Krishna does only one job, telling Arjuna not to take wrong cognizance and letting Arjuna's suffering remain as original suffering and evolve itself to its Anandagandha so that just action happens. It becomes reality without Arjuna taking wrong cognizance. When you stop taking cognizance of any particular reason for your suffering, the maturity of the soul starts. The dark night of the soul starts. The dark night of the soul should not be understood in a wrong way. Please understand, it's a tremendous depression filling your whole being, but should not be taken in the wrong sense. It is like a delivery pain. Delivery pain should not be taken as inauspicious. It's an auspicious experience to bring one more life to planet Earth. Same way, the dark night of the soul is the auspicious expression to bring one more enlightened being to the planet Earth. I can say, the day you experience the dark night of the soul, the maturity of the soul starts. The counter starts. Yes, one day your soul is matured, 2 days your soul is matured. Then you only receive lessons. And I wanted to leave you all with this one truth today. Stop taking wrong cognizance for your sufferings. Your existence is suffering till enlightenment. Because the cosmic existence is struggling through your existence to express its existence. So don't take wrong cognizance. Your family is not responsible for your suffering. Your friends are not responsible for your suffering. Your enemies are not responsible for your suffering. Not even human society is responsible for your suffering. You are suffering because you are suffering. Cosmos is trying to express its existence through your existence.
Nithyananda's Sacred Art Store, a storehouse of spiritual products from the Vedic culture. Find all your needs for a yogic body, Vedic mind, and N living. A one-stop shop for spiritual products and gifts. www.sacredartstore.com or email us at sales@ngalleria.com.
Avyaktoyam achintoyam avikaryoyam uchyate tasmadevam vidit vainam nanu sochitum arhasi. Krishna enters into the next spectrum. He says the self is said to be unmanifest, unthinkable, unchangeable. Knowing this to be such, you should not grieve. He is giving a practical instruction. Do not suffer. Nanu sochitum arhasi. Please understand. You may say, yes, we know soul is beyond joy, beyond pain, beyond suffering. I understand, but I will not have pleasure, I will not have joy. Why should I not suffer? Please understand, always all the highest philosophies can be connected completely the opposite way it should be connected. Any statement can be connected to anything. Here Krishna connects it properly. He goes to the extreme of saying all these ideas about Atman, soul, are told to you so that you will stop suffering. He says very clearly, Nan shochitum arhasi. Let me give you the word by word exact meaning. Anushochitum arhasi means should not grieve. Don't grieve. I can say this should be the statement for all of you. Take this as a direct message from Bhagavan. Don't grieve for anything. I tell you, you don't need to do anything else in your life. You don't need yoga, you don't need meditation, you don't need pranayama, you don't need kriya, you don't need devotion, you don't need anything. Just take this one vow. I will not suffer, that's all. Do not allow any suffering in you. Physical, mental, psychological, emotional. Don't allow any suffering. Whenever a suffering is forced on you, for example, physical pain, look into it. And don't allow that idea of pain settling in you. Please understand. All your ambition, action, everything starts when you accept life is pain, which is not the truth. I tell you, nothing else is required in your life, not only to achieve enlightenment. You see, you don't need to do anything in your life if you want enlightenment, health, $1 billion, not million, billion, $1 billion, and beautiful relationships, everything, all the auspicious things you aspire, all the auspicious things you think you need in your life, I give you. See, please understand, when I say something, I will be really, really practical. I honestly tell you, the day I decided, I will not grieve. That's it. All these things has started gathering around me. Whether it is a good physical health, or mental health, or joy, or emotional health, beautiful ambience to live, or the wealth, everything simply started gathering around me. If you get into a coal mine or the place where they keep the charcoal bags, if you go in and come out, naturally the black dust will be on your body. Same way, just decide this one truth: I will not suffer. That's all. Enlightenment will sit on you like a dust. I tell you, enlightenment is nothing more than a small dust. For a person who has decided, Nanu shochitum arhasi. Don't grieve. Even if it is based on foolish logic. See, sometimes people don't grieve just because of the foolish logic. They say, it's okay. This is not there, that is not there, okay, there is no suffering. Even if it is from wrong logic. If you hold on to the understanding, I will not grieve anymore, I tell you, you will fall into the right logic. Because with wrong logic, you cannot deny suffering for quite a long time. After a few years, at some point, you have to come to the right logic. If you want to hold on to that one truth, no suffering. Don't grieve for anything. If you decide no suffering, just decide clearly, no suffering. Fanatically decide, no suffering. I tell you, even a moment of your breathing time is not worthy of suffering. Suffering is too small. Every moment you experience you are alive is too costly to be spent on ordinary suffering. Basically, Sat, the truth, the existence is Chit, consciousness, and Ananda. Sat and Chit and Ananda does not get separated. Please understand. Existence, consciousness, bliss, all three of them never get separated. If you are suffering, those moments of your suffering, you do not exist. Your life is blackout. The time is the time you go through the blackout. Please understand. If we write the exact biography of you, the Chitra and Gupta, accountants of the Yamaloka, said to have something called Brahma Suvadi, means the book in which almost all your actions are recorded. If we all refer our pages, our biography, there will be many pages, blank pages. Many pages there will not be, nothing will be written. Those blank moments are the moments you were grieving for something. Understand? From today, all the moments you are joyful are getting entered into your biography. Your biography is getting constantly written. As you live, it goes on getting recorded. If you are suffering, please be very clear. Now blank pages. How much of time you are suffering? That much of time. It's blank page. People ask me sometimes, how can I stop suffering, Swamiji? I am not able to logically understand I should be joyful. Arey, with wrong logic, when you can suffer so much, why can't you enjoy with wrong logic? Many times your suffering has no support, but you continue to suffer. Many times you even understand logically it is wrong, but you develop a pattern. Even if it is logically wrong, you continue to suffer. Even if it is logically right, you don't want to enjoy. You don't want to be in joy. The bliss, joy adds vibrancy to your life. I tell you, not suffering is the ultimate spiritual practice. If you can hold on to that one, even enlightenment will be just dust at your feet. How when you walk, dust gathers around your feet. The enlightenment will gather at your feet. I tell you, the greatest way to have enlightenment is it should be offered at your feet. Not that you will stand with a begging bowl for a long time and it will be dropped in your bowl. No. If it is dropped in your bowl, any time it can be taken away. You can lose it. You grow to the level where you don't care about enlightenment. It is just a side effect of the dust raising while you walk. Non-suffering. Nanu shochitu marhasi. Clear instruction from Bhagavan. I can say this verse is a direct lifestyle Bhagavan is prescribing. Let me reveal some of the sacred secrets. I don't know how much it will be useful for a common man, but let me reveal. To whoever it is useful, start using it. See, when I had that ultimate experience of enlightenment and settled with this body, everything looked useless. No, really. All the sadhana I did, puja, worship, meditation, repetition of the God's name, going to temples, and I am such a fanatic sadhaka. When I was doing my spiritual practices, I am literally fanatic about my spiritual practices. Morning when I wake up, the first thing I will go and see Arunachala. See, it's like a fanaticism in me. I suddenly felt, oh God, I should not teach any of this to the next generation. This whole thing is useless. Understand? The spectrum where the enlightenment happens, the spectrum where the sadhana, spiritual practices are happening, no way connected. It is like all the frogs gathered together and decide they wanted to migrate to some other country. They all realized how to go to some other country. They realized the only way is to catch a flight and get into the flight and reach to other country. So all of them are planning how to catch a flight. One intelligent frog with a long beard says, hey, have you not seen every day morning the flight goes over our forest? Tomorrow let us all stop the flight and get into the flight and go to the other country. Next day they try to stop that flight. They all gather and shout, shout, shout. No, pilot never heard. Then third day, they all put a huge loudspeaker and started shouting, "Hey, we are all here, we are all your passengers. Please take us to the next country." Pilot did not stop. Third day they decided, we will do a strike. We will stop the flight on the sky. They all gathered all the threads they can and put all the threads together, tried to create a huge ladder with so much of effort. The whole country struggled. All the big frogs tried their best to bring all big threads, ropes. Some of the frogs even built the body to build this structure. After 10 years of hard work, they created huge rope bridge which is 7 feet tall. And aircraft is going in 70,000 feet height. That's all. Can ever these frogs create a ladder and do a strike and stop the aircraft? No. All their effort to stop the aircraft and getting the attention of the pilot is useless. At some time, you don't know the reason, suddenly pilot wanted to land in that forest for some reason. Even if pilot wants, he cannot land completely. He can lower to certain level and drop a rope and tell the frogs come one by one. That is the maximum thing even pilot can do. That is what it does. When he almost comes down and drops the rope is called incarnation. And as the frogs come on one by one, get in. I tell you, there is no other way. All your efforts are just useless. When I was in Ramakrishna Math, it will take night 12 o'clock for me to finish all my routine work. I was handling some 4-5 departments. Publication, kitchen, 4-5 departments. Around 12 o'clock I will come back to the room. After that I will take bath and sit and do some puja. I was worshipping Rajeshwari, doing Sri Vidya Upasana. I will sit at that time and go through that Shodasi. Shodasi is the 16 syllable sound. It is a powerful technique to have the Rajeshwari's darshan. I will sit around 2 to 2.5 hours. By the time it will become 3 o'clock or 2:30, again I will get up from the puja, go and take bath, go for the morning meditation. At least 2 years I lived like this. No sleep. Practically no sleep. Of course, very difficult for anybody to believe, that's different. I felt, oh God, all these are just useless. Exactly the story I told you, frogs trying to build a rope bridge and stop the flight and get into the aircraft. Because the goal you need to experience is avyaktoyam, achintyoyam, avikaryoyam. It is unmanifest, unthinkable, unchangeable. Please understand, Vedas describe very beautifully, whatever you know as the universe is not even 1/4. More than 75% is there unmanifest. Means what? You cannot perceive it by anything which has manifested. You can't perceive that with your eyes, with your ears, with your tongue, with your body. You can't perceive them. It is literally collecting all the gold, silver, putting it in your graveyard and lying so that you can use it when you go to heaven. This wealth will not be useful there. Same way, anything you do in the manifest world, no way useful to experience the ultimate unmanifest. I don't want to give license to all you guys, but I have to make it very clear. None of your wrong actions also stops your enlightenment. It is not that when pilot slowly comes down and drops his rope for all the frags to come up. No. This fellow as a drunkard, he cannot get into my flight. No. This frog is a fraud. When everybody else was working on building that bridge of 7 feet, this fellow was nicely lying around, sleeping. None of this will be counted. Actually, my first reaction to my enlightenment after settling into the body is a shock. Oh God, the whole world is getting misguided. After I had my death experience, straight I walked into Vishwanatha temple, Kashi Vishwanatha temple. But after I had enlightenment, maybe I was 30 or 40 kilometers away from Omkareshwar. I did not go to Omkareshwar. Even after my enlightenment in Tiruvannamalai, I did not go to the temple directly. I only went to Kuppamal. When I settled down, I only went to Kuppamal. Enlightenment is completely different spectrum. I tell you, none of your suffering is worthy. Whether you are suffering for physical pleasure, or you are suffering for your wealth, or you are suffering. Sometimes people are so cunning, they say, I am suffering for spiritual reasons. Bull. Understand, spirituality is Nanu Soshitum Arhasi. Do not grieve. Understand. See, for example, if you are having too much of loan in one village and having too much of wrong relationships, enemies in one village, you suddenly realize you have a new life in a faraway town. You feel, world is too big. I have a life in new place. Naturally, you are out of all sufferings. You don't care your Munyandi, Mayandi, Kupandi, Supandi, who gave you 20 rupee, 30 rupee, 50 rupee loan, and the Chettiar shop who gave you 200 rupee for groceries. You don't care about all of them. You just disappear, go to a new place, and again get loans. Create hell. It takes at least next 3 to 4 years for you to build your hell. Then again, if you know, in some other country there is a bigger city where you have a life, you jump, go there. I tell you, when you know world is too big, you are out of suffering. I tell you, universe is too big. You have too many options. This whole nuisance of planet Earth is a small village. So anything you say as a reason for your suffering is a small dust in the universe. The whole is unmanifest, avyaktoyam, achintyoyam, avikaryoyam. I tell you, universe is too big. Whatever you know as suffering, samskara, non-enlightenment, ignorance, not having health, not having wealth, caught in some legal case, whatever you think as suffering, understand, I tell you, universe is too big. This whole planet Earth is a small village. The real universe is avyaktoyam, achintyoyam. Realize this and do not grieve. It's like after settling in the US with all the luxury and comforts, rich life, sometime if you remember your village, you will feel, oh God, what all foolish reasons I was suffering. One day I just stole a bicycle from my neighbor and that fellow has beaten me left and right just for that useless 1,000 rupee bicycle. What all reasons I suffered. If you look back, think all the stories, you will feel all the sufferings you went through is useless, reasonless and juiceless. Exactly the same thing I felt when I settled with my body after enlightenment. Oh God, what all useless sufferings I had. Every day climbing these pillars, blowing the nose, doing this kriya, this process, that process. I tell you, you don't need to become enlightened and then realize you wasted so much of your life and time in suffering. Now itself understand. The ultimate space is avyaktoyam, achintyoyam, avikaryoyam. It is unmanifest, unthinkable, immutable. So, don't grieve. Don't grieve. Don't grieve. Nanu shochitum arhasi. Don't grieve for anything. Decide. No suffering is my life policy. Non-suffering is the initiation I want to give all of you. This is the initiation I want to give it to all of you. Decide from now, non-suffering. Nanu shochitum arhasi. Bhagavan has said, don't grieve. When you take up this one vow, I will not suffer. Your mind, body, everything, biomemory, muscle memory, everything will automatically align itself towards enlightenment. Because other than enlightenment, everything will give you suffering at some time. When you say, I will not suffer, naturally all the things other than enlightenment will be taken away from you. It will leave you. You will leave them. Nan shochitum arhasi. Sit for a few minutes with this one truth. I will not suffer. Decide consciously. I will not allow my husband to torture me and give suffering. I will not allow my wife to torture me, give suffering. I will not allow anything to give suffering to me. Nanu shochitu margasi. Non-suffering is my religion. No suffering. Take this as a religious decision. Decide, non-suffering is my religion.
Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore, 562109. Contact 097422033311. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.
Welcome to Inner Awakening, the most powerful personal transformation retreat you could ever experience. In just 21 days, thousands are already experiencing the shortest route to constantly high energy levels, visible anti-aging, healing of chronic diseases, fulfilling relationships, and higher states of consciousness. What is the secret behind this transformation?
Kundalini means the inner potential energy. Once it is awakened, opens the different doors for the conscious experience in you. I can say which is a master key for all extraordinary spiritual experiences.
This extraordinary program is conducted personally by Paramahamsa Nithyananda in the vibrant atmosphere of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham Ashram. Open yourself to the benefits of Nitya Yoga and practical meditation. Experience physical and mental healing. Discover simple ways to handle life with success. Above all, enjoy individual darshan and blessings from Paramahamsa Nithyananda every day. Take 21 days for yourself and carry home the transformation of a lifetime.